are tough. But here's the real question. Are we past the point of saving, or do we still have time to fix this mess? From jobs once taken for granted, now becoming essential, to a world where senseless violence is just another headline. It feels like we're spiraling. But is this the end, or can we turn it around? Let's get into it.
Now, funny how life works, right? The same jobs people used to look down on, like cashiers, truck drivers, sanitation workers, and even nurses, suddenly became the backbone of society. If the pandemic taught us anything, is that the so-called small jobs keep the world running?
And yet, how quickly we forget. Man, we went from calling them heroes to underpaying them again. And what's up with that? Why does society only appreciate what it almost loses?
And it's not just about jobs, it's about respect. We build a world that values influencers more than teachers, and fast money over hard work. Y'all know what that is. What kind of foundation is that for the next generation?
Man, and seriously, y'all, like, ask an elder what life was like 30 or 40 years ago, and you'll hear a different world where community meant something, where people actually helped each other, and now it's like every man for himself, even for our children.
We went from family dinners to fast food, from deep conversations to 10-second TikToks. Everything's about quick results, instant gratification, but what happens when a generation never learns patience or the struggle?
And let's be honest, every generation blames the next. You have old heads saying the young folks are lazy, the young saying that the old broke the system. But if we're too busy pointing fingers, who's actually fixing anything?
Now, here's what really keeps me up at night. Violence has become normal, too normal. Every day, another headline, another shooting, another life lost over nothing.
Tonight, thanks for joining us. I'm Sylvia Corkill. OKC police now investigating her death as a homicide. News 9's Cameron Joyner has the latest. Family members are now mourning the loss of a 16-year-old girl after police say a suspect intentionally ran her over with his car. Oklahoma City police officers were called to a home near Northwest 8th Street just before 10 p.m. Friday night. A pedestrian hit and run that turned into a homicide.
Upon arrival and through their initial investigation, they learned that the accident was an intentional act, which left a teenage female deceased.
Family members confirmed to News 9 that teen was 16-year-old Tamiriana Warren. Police say she was standing in a backyard when the suspect drove through several yards before intentionally running over Warren. She was taken to an area hospital where she later died.
The homicide unit's currently on scene investigating. The investigation's in its early stages.
Witness statements and surveillance video helped investigators rule Warren's death a homicide.
From what we know right now, there was a prior argument prior to the incident that led to this. Beyond that, we don't know.
The suspect left the scene in his car, and Oklahoma Highway Patrol later arrested him south of the metro during a traffic stop. Warren's family members, devastated by her death, say she could light up any room and was a selfless, caring friend. Police say the investigation is ongoing, and they have not released the name of the suspect arrested. In the studio, Cameron Joyner, Oklahoma's own News 9. Warren's family has set up a GoFundMe to help cover funeral costs. We've linked that inside the story to our website.
And the scariest part, like, people barely react anymore. We've become too numb to it. And when did killing become casual? When did life stop mattering? And man, when I say we've become too numb to it, I don't know if any of y'all have seen it on social media recently, but it was about this police officer. He got into a car wreck, right? And it was people that were witnessing it, and they were just sitting there recording it, where you could just see his brain matter parts, and they were just taking pictures of this man's skull, and they were just sitting there like they were more fascinated into it. And it's like, it's crazy how social media and things that we see every day, we just become so numb to it, man. And like, for real, like, when did life really stop mattering, y'all?
Now, this definitely ain't no video game. There's no respond button, but we're raising a generation that values clout over consequences. Something definitely has to change.
So here's the big question. Is it too late? Have we crossed the point of no return? Or can we save ourselves and the generation to come?
It's easy to feel hopeless, but look around. There are still people fighting, still people teaching, still people spreading love all over the world. The system is definitely broken, but we don't have to be.
Man, for real, Nova. And the real battle isn't just in the streets, it's in the mind. We have to want better for ourselves, man, for our kids, and for our future.
So, Serge, what do you think? Is the society doomed, or is there still hope?
In my opinion, I'm a little down the middle with that. I feel like we're doomed if we continue to do the things that we're doing. Like, if we feel like social media, if we're depending on social media more instead of doing like research, looking up actual facts, actually learning the skills that we need to nowadays, instead of trying to figure out how to become the next influencer or the next celebrity, then yes, I definitely think that we're going to be doomed. And then at the same time, I feel like there's hope, because again, like, this generation may get tired of seeing them things that they're currently seeing, or if it's not working for everyone, like if everyone can't become the next celebrity or social media influencer, then I think eventually they'll get tired of it and they'll want to venture into things that is going to actually make an impact or that matters to people. So I'm just down the middle with that. So let me know what y'all think.
Definitely agree. And y'all, go ahead and drop the comment and let's talk about it.
And while you're at it, what's the one thing you can do to make a difference? Remember, no action is too small.
Don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button as well. And share this with someone who definitely needs to hear it. These conversations definitely matter.
And remember, man, we might not change the world overnight, but every choice we make adds up. Choose to care, choose to think, and also choose to fight for something better and something that really matters.
Alright, y'all. Thanks for rocking with us on the Loner Chronicles channel. Keep your mind sharp and your heart open. And we'll see you on the next one.
And to give y'all an inspirational quote, remember, the world changes when people in it decides that enough is enough. Peace.
Peace.